opened up Google Classroom. We're at Unit 6L3, Color Theory. And color theory is really important because it's how you use color. When you wake up in the morning, I don't know about you, but color kind of sets the mood for a lot of things. When you buy a new car, when you're ready to buy a new car, I bet you $100, I bet you many money that color is going to be a main factor, right? Am I right? Color is going to be important, okay? Okay, so I don't know if anybody will ever buy an avocado green car, but they're a Tesla who has there's a green, okay? But color, like I said, your choice of makeup, your choice of shirts, pants, fashion, all that, okay? You all look at the color, okay? And so it really is important. So monochromatic right here, what you're going to do here, listen up everybody. So you're going to look at the color scheme. You're going to offer a definition, whatever you can find off the internet. And then you're going to Google search a sample of a color scheme. In this case, monochromatic, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to screenshot this. You're going to bring it in. Everything else looks like this. This is what you're going to screen capture. Okay, I can do it for you and send it to you. If you'd like me to do that, I'll do that. But you should be able to handle yourself. And what you're going to do is monochromatic, as we'll find out, is if this was a pizza pie, if this was a pizza, this here would be one slice. Starting from the topmost red all the way to the bottom. That would be one slice. That is monochromatic. So what you would do is you would take a either the lasso tool or the whatever tool. You would just go ahead and outline this, and you would apply a stroke to it, and then that's it. And then you would capture using the eyedropper tool these different colors here, and then fill in these circles. So only 4. Okay. So it is kind of a lot of work. But you have tomorrow and you have the next day to do this. This is a project grade. So it's big, okay? Really important that you understand that. Okay, so that's going to be starting tomorrow. You don't have to do this now, but there's monochromatic, there's analogous, there's complementary, there's split complementary, there's triadic, I guess, triadic, I don't know. Then tetradic, okay? That means 4, tri means 3, okay? So let's kind of look at what we're talking about here. And I'm only going to lecture, so there's really not much. And once I'm done, we are done for the class. But here's a sample of what it should look like, okay? So here's monochromatic. As you can see, it's just one of the slices, okay? Analogous is 4 slices, okay? And look at the colors over here. So I kind of gave you the answer here, but I kind of want you also to look it up. So right definition, there you see. Triadic, okay? 3 colors. Notice there's circles here, and you can use circles and applying a stroke. And tetractic, okay? Same old, okay? So let's explain what all this is. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this right here. So anybody know what the primary colors are? It all depends on who you ask. What are the primary colors? I thought it was RGB. I thought it was red, green, blue. Okay. But I suppose they ask industry people. Okay, and whatever the case. But the thing is that, okay, red, green, blue. But the problem is green is not primary. Why do I say this? What do you get when you mix blue and yellow? Right, okay, just like the Seahawks. Right? What happens when you mix red and blue? Like the Vikings. What do you get when you mix red and yellow? Okay, blue like the Bills, right? All right. So the next stage up is going to be this one, the secondary color wheel. And as you keep mixing, it gets more and more complex, and eventually you get this. So this is right here, it goes from primary to secondary to tertiary. And it even goes further out, okay? So let me explain the color wheel, okay? Because this is not the only time. I really need to nail this down because if you guys go into business, you better down well believe your colors are going to set a psychological effect to your customers. Okay, you're gonna have to choose the right colors to represent your craft, whatever it is. So if you're in medicine, wood, purple, and black go good. Probably not. Okay, why? Because it's not. They're not comforting colors. They might be spiritual colors. They may be cool colors for, like, say, artistic companies. Okay, so here are my colors. Okay, here's my website here. What color do you think? What are my company colors? Purple. What are the company colors for McDonald's? Okay, let's look at logos. Okay, what about Starbucks? Look at this. You notice that most companies just use two colors. Nike, I think, again, also there's supposed to be lighter colors and darker colors. So Instagram, you probably saw the outline of it all. Okay, they have to fit in all different aspects. Of course, with Apple, you've got a black apple and you've got a white apple. Okay, it all depends what the background is. Okay, here's Target. Okay, and then you've got, of course, if there's a black background, this white inside here won't matter, right? Anybody know the colors for KFC? Okay, red and white. How about here? Look at this. FedEx. Okay, what's the unique thing about FedEx? Does anybody see? What's unique about FedEx? Anybody see the arrow there? Okay, that means it goes, goes, goes. Yeah. And with this Toyota symbol, you're supposed to be able to spell Toyota. Okay? You're supposed to spell Toyota. So here's obviously the Y, T, I don't know, whatever. I can't spell it, but anyways, Harley Davidson, that's pretty, anybody know what this is? What is it? Not Panda Express. I don't know what it is. I think it's the Wildlife Fund. It's like a nonprofit. So anyways, of course, we all know about Starbucks. Okay, that's kind of a complex thing. But again, no more than 3 colors. Disney, it comes up with a variety, but it just comes up with light and dark colors. It's more about the font they use, okay? So here's a dark version of everything. Of course, my favorite, Burger King. Choose that over McDonald's. Okay? All right, so colors really say something. Shh. Yo, listen up. Okay, so here, what I'd like you to do is work with me here. So monochromatic is basically, how many here ever see Bob Ross? Okay, Bob Ross, okay, famous painter. If you ever watch, and if you guys don't know, for those of you who don't know who Bob Ross is this dude right here. Okay, very famous painter. But if you look at his palette, he doesn't have a lot of colors. Okay, he just paints with just a few select colors. And of course, he does his thing. He was a master at television. He was such a relaxing voice. My son watches him a lot and gets his ideas when he paints. So, and if you notice, there's not a lot of colors here. And that's where monochrome comes in. So I'm going to ask that you, if you want, you can, but you don't have to. Monochrome colors. So let me just type that in. All right, and so if I go into photography, or let's go to art, and look at this. This is a monochrome picture. This is a monochrome picture. This is another one, okay? So if you look at this right here, another monochrome picture, okay? So it's basically, it's not one color. It's a bunch of colors in the same range. In other words, monochrome could be just one slice, but in one slice, you've got different shades, like say different shades of blue. So you got the dark blue going all the way to the light blue, but it's still blue. So let me ask you this. When it keeps fading and fading and fading, what's the color it'll lead into? Huh? What's the color it'll eventually lead to? Take a gander. Take a guess. White. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, Mr. Bravo. Bravo, bravo. But what if it goes the opposite direction? What if it keeps going? So notice it gets darker and darker and darker. Eventually it'll get to black. So black and white are the same. They're the same color. They represent all colors. Okay? Isn't that a statement? So I'm just saying that white is a shade of every color. Black is a shade of every color. All colors lead to black. All colors lead to white. Okay, that's the one thing. So this, if I was to show you this color right here, just like this, Darlene, you're okay? You all right? Okay, you kind of seem, all right, I was just wondering. Okay, so if I showed you this color, you would not guess that this is orange. But if I showed you this color here, this is orange. But believe it or not, this whole thing is orange. Okay, it is a different shade of orange, but it's orange nonetheless. So when you do monochromatic, okay, this is what you're going to get. Now let's go to the next one. Okay, the next one is called analogous. Analogous is 4 slices in a row. It could be here, it could be the next over here, it could be the bottom 4, but it's 4 slices. So now if I go to Google and type in analogous color, I hope I can spell that right. So there it is. It kind of shows you the color wheel. So this is a good description. Sometimes it goes by 3, sometimes it goes by 4. It all depends, but it's definitely, because right here it kind of tells you 4. But let's look at some interior, or let's look at photography. Okay, so that is analogous colors. Look at that beautiful thing. So believe it or not, okay, guys, wake up. Both wake up, come on, wake up. Okay, so believe it or not, this is actually just 4 colors. It's beautiful. Okay, same thing with this right here, only 4 colors. Alrighty. The next one is called, and I'm going to be done in like 5 minutes, okay, in a few minutes. So just relax. You guys can go back to sleep if you want. Complementary. This is where some of you guys are kind of already off, okay, because you didn't understand that you don't put orange in a red background. You don't put white in a yellow background. Okay, so complementary are two opposites. Okay, so if I were to go ahead and do this, okay, and if I go to painting, okay, you'll notice, look at this. Total opposite. Look at this. Total opposite. Okay, look at this. Total opposite. Van Gogh always used complementary. But here you see that it's kind of like this is bearded, okay? But it's actually the same color, still orange. All right? And you might say, well, there's some white here. Remember I said, white is the shade of all colors. Okay, here's the, I forget what this one was. This is Starry Night. Anybody go to the Van Gogh immersion? Oh my God, that was incredible. What an experience that was. So I definitely encourage you to go to these immersive experiences. Really fascinating. I wish we could take, we should go on field trips. What do you think? I'm trying. Uh-oh. All right, so the next one, again, we're almost done. We're gonna do split complementary, which means that it makes a triangle, okay? So if I was to go to split complementary, examples. So tomorrow when you do this, you're going to look for designs. You're going to copy something that appeals to you. So here's one right here. By the way, when you do interior designing, if anybody's interested in going to that, very stressful thing because, you know, I'll tell you, people are very difficult to deal with sometimes. But The most soothing home settings, are those that use less colors. Maybe complementary, maybe split, maybe 2 to 3 colors at the most. Okay, so if you were to come over, you'll see that my house is mostly just 2 to 3 colors, matching sofas, matching couches, all that fun stuff. All right, moving on. Next thing is triadic. Okay, it's just like split complementary, but there's more things in between. Still a triangle. Whoops, sorry. Here, let me go here. So you see right here, split complementary, triad. Let's call it triad. So you notice that there's 3 in between, but it's like this. And then there's we'll go to tetradic. That's all I want you to be focused on. So that's what you're going to do tomorrow. You're going to look for images, and you're going to put it all together. And then the following week, hopefully, well, if not Thursday, Friday is catch-up day. Monday, we're going to do a coloring book. Okay, so you're going to create a color. You're going to work on. One of my former students created these fill-in sheets. It's actually Oscar Camarina's sister, Ashley, a star student of mine. So she'll come up with this, and at any rate, that's it for today. Harmless. All right. If you have not finished the notes, I'll expect them today. Okay, so please get that done. That's it. Any questions? Any questions about your grades? If that's the case, come talk to me. But 50%, little under 15% of the students here are getting A's or B's. That's pretty good. All right, Mr. Axel, come up here. Okay, so you weren't able to write on it?
I mean, I was, but I know how to do it.